Welcome. Today we're going to go over a short sequence for post-gardening or post-walk. We'll be working standing today, so go ahead and stand up. Stand in Tadasana, feet hip-width apart, parallel, stand tall. Soften your knees and bring your gaze forward. And as you're getting set up, I want to remind you to always work within your level of comfort. Maintain an even breath as you go. So once you're in Tadasana and you're settled, you can keep your gaze forward or bring your gaze down or close your eyes just for a moment to center yourself. Draw your awareness inward and get a sense of how your body's feeling right now. Connect to the flow of your breath. You're bringing yourself into the moment. And then shift your gaze forward. Find a focal point to look at in front of you and swing your arms forward and back. I'll keep swinging and then pump your elbows and swing and pump and swing. Open the chest, activate the upper back. And then swing again, let your arms come to a stop and march in place. Let's get your knees up. Activating the low abdomen, the hip flexors. Bit of balance challenge, so keep your focus forward. Now keep marching, but instead of bringing your knees forward, kick your heels back to stretch your quadriceps. Stretch the quadriceps and the hip flexors, activate the hamstrings and the glutes. And then come back to stand. Stand and soften your knees, lift up nice and tall through your spine. Tuck your chin down towards your chest and start to roll down through your spine. Bend your knees as you go. Roll down slowly till your torso's hanging down over your legs. And just let your torso drape down. Relax your head and neck. Knees are bent so they're supporting your back. And keep your legs a bit active, knees bent, and slowly roll back up through your spine. Stretching out through the spine, all the muscles along the spinal column. Stretching out, keep your chin tucked. Bring your shoulders into place, your neck, your head, and once you're all the way up, draw your shoulders back and around in a circle, rotating backwards. Inhale, lift, exhale, back and down. And then release, shake your arms out, step your feet a wide distance apart, a bit wider than hip width, feet slightly turned out. Soften your knees and shift your weight from one side to the other. Let your arms swing. Then start to work your way into a standing twist. Keep your gaze forward. Pick your heel up on the leg you're turning away from. And then come back to the center. Widen your stance just a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips and tip your hips from side to side. Now loosen up through the inner thighs. And then come back to center, keeping this wide stance. Bring your hands onto your low back, so you're cradling your back. Tip your hips to one side, push your hips forward and rotate around. Gently moving, stretching out through the front of the hip flexors, the abdomen, and stretching your low back, your glutes. Keep your knees a little bit soft. And then move in the opposite direction. Use your hands as support on your back. And then come back to the center, keeping, again, this wide stance. Bend your knees and lean down against your thighs. And then bend one knee, extend the other, and switch. Just keep moving, stretching into the inner thighs, the backs of the legs. Now this is a bit of a balance challenge, so keep your gaze forward. And if you want, you can keep your feet flat, or if you want an extra stretch, flex your foot on the leg you're extending. That gives a bit of an extra stretch into the calf and the foot, the sole of the foot. Especially if you've been walking, this is a good stretch for walking. And then come back to neutral and step your feet back together, back to Tadasana. Lift your shoulders up, draw them back and around, a few repetitions. And then from here, reach your arms out to the side, palms face forward. And as you exhale, draw your elbows back behind your waist. And as you inhale, extend. Exhale, hug your elbows back, open the chest, inhale, extend. And again, exhale, inhale, one more time. Exhale, bend, Inhale, extend. Now inhale, reach your arms up, look up into the space between your hands and push your hips forward. Open the front of your body, working into a backward bend. And then bring your hips back to neutral, gaze forward, reach your arms out to the side and behind you. Clasp your hands behind you. Stretch your arms down, lift up tall through your spine. Keeping your torso upright as you inhale, lift your arms up a little bit, and as you exhale, lower your arms down, working into a chest opener. And this is particularly good for if you've been gardening. Drawing the chest open, stretching out through the shoulders and the upper back, especially if you've been hunched over, pulling weeds or planting something. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. One more time. And down. Release your hands, reach your arms out to the side and up, stretch up. Then circle your arms back, down and around. Bend your knees as your arms draw down, extend your knees as you reach up. Move a few times. Just opening the front of the body, activating the back a little bit, activating the legs, getting some circulation going. One more rotation and lower your arms down and swing your arms forward and back like we started. And then just let your arms come to a stop. And from here, come back to Tadasana, soften your knees, keep your gaze forward or bring your gaze down or close your eyes. Take a moment to connect to how your body's feeling now. Hopefully some of any lingering tension may have dissipated, a bit of relief. You're a bit more present in your body and you can connect to your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. You can stay here observing your breath for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, bring your gaze forward, and relax. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.